Big companies control your habits more than you control your own life. Think about brands like McDonald's, Starbucks, Tim Hortons. They don't just sell food or drinks, they build habits. And the way they do it is no accident. And in this video, you'll see exactly how. Welcome to Essence of Books Explained, where the world's most powerful ideas are broken down into simple, practical lessons you can apply immediately. This is part 2 of our deep dive into Atomic Habits, one of the most influential self-development books ever written by James Clear. This is not just an explanation, this is a transformation. If you stay with me until the end, you won't just understand habits, you'll understand how they are built and how to reshape them. They design triggers everywhere. Everything you see is intentional. The colors, red, yellow, green, grab your attention. The logos are simple and easy to remember. The smell pulls you in before you even decide. The store layout feels familiar every single time. No matter where you go, it feels the same. And that feeling is powerful. Familiarity becomes a cue. You see the logo and suddenly you feel like buying something. Not because you plan to, but because your brain recognizes a pattern. You're not choosing, you're repeating. Here's the deeper truth. Many times you don't go there because it's the best option. You don't go because it's the cheapest. You go because it's what you always do. By the time you walk in, you don't ask, what do they have? You already know the menu. You already know what you're going to order. That's not a fresh decision. That's a pre-programmed action. How the habit loop is used on you. These companies build the full habit loop. Cue. You see the logo, smell the food, pass by the store. Behavior. You walk in and order. Reward. You get taste, comfort, speed, satisfaction. Repeat these enough times and something happens. The next time you see the logo, your brain skips thinking and jumps straight to craving. Consistency creates automatic customers. Why do these brands look the same everywhere? Because consistency strengthens habits. Same taste, same environment, same experience. Your brain loves predictability. It feels safe, easy, comfortable, and that comfort keeps you coming back again and again. The hidden power. They remove thinking. The ultimate goal is simple. Make you act without thinking. When a habit takes over, you don't compare options. You don't question your choices. You don't explore alternatives. You just follow the pattern. And that's the real reason you keep going back. Not because it's the best, but because it's familiar. Now here's where it gets deeper. These companies are not just selling products. They are shaping behavior. They understand something powerful. Control the cue. Repeat the experience. Build the habit. And once the habit is built, they don't need to convince you anymore. You convince yourself. Every single time. But here's the truth most people miss. You can't break a habit. You can only replace it. So what should you do? Take back control of your habits. Because if companies can design habits to influence you, then you can design habits to protect and improve yourself. The goal is not to fight habits. The goal is to become the one who controls them. 1. Become aware. See the pattern. First, you can't change what you don't notice. Start asking yourself, why did I open this app? Why did I go there? Was this a choice or a habit? Once you see the cue to behavior to reward loop in your own life, you stop being controlled by it. Awareness breaks autopilot. 2. Remove or reduce the cues. No cue, no habit. Make bad habits harder to start. Turn off notifications. Avoid places that trigger spending or eating. Keep your phone out of reach when working. You're not relying on discipline. You're removing temptation at the source. 3. Add friction to bad habits. Make unwanted behaviors inconvenient. Log out of apps instead of staying signed in. Delete or hide distracting apps. Don't save payment info for quick purchases. Even small barriers can stop automatic actions. If it's not easy, your brain pauses, and that pause gives you control. 4. Replace, don't just remove. You can't just stop a habit, you need a replacement. Instead of scrolling, read one page. Instead of junk food, drink water first. Instead of going out of habit, try a new place intentionally. Your brain still wants a reward. Give it a better option, not an empty space. 5. Make good habits obvious and easy. Flip the strategy used by big companies, but for your benefit. Keep a book on your bed. Prepare your workout clothes in advance. Set a clear, simple starting point. 2 minutes is enough. The easier the action, the more likely you'll do it. 6. Control the reward. Make good habits feel satisfying. Now, not just later. Track your progress. It feels rewarding. Celebrate small wins. Give yourself something enjoyable after completing a task. At the same time, reduce the reward of bad habits. Make them less enjoyable or less accessible. 7. Question automatic choices. So next time you walk into a familiar place or open an app, pause and ask yourself, did I choose this or did my habit choose for me? That one question can change everything, because the world is full of systems, carefully designed to guide your behavior, quietly, consistently, invisibly. And here's the truth. If you don't design your habits, someone else will. So don't just react. Don't just follow patterns. Build your own. The solution. Replace the behavior, not the cue. Real change doesn't come from trying to stop a habit. It comes from replacing it, because the truth is, the cue doesn't disappear. The trigger is still there. The urge will still come, exactly the same. And if you rely on willpower alone, you will lose that battle. So don't fight the cue. Redirect it. When the urge hits, don't say no. Give it a different path. Same trigger. New action. Better outcome. That's how habits are rewritten. Not by resisting the loop, but by hijacking it. Why this works: your brain doesn't just want the action, it wants the reward behind it. The relief, the comfort, the distraction, the feeling. That's what it's really chasing. So when you try to remove a habit without replacing it, you create a gap. And your brain hates gaps. So what does it do? It goes back to the fastest, easiest way to get that same reward, the old habit. That's why "I'll just stop" almost never works. What you should do instead: keep the same cue, but change the response. Because the goal is not to fight your brain, it's to work with it. For example, if your habit is checking your phone every morning, don't just say, "I won't use my phone." Your brain will resist that. Why? Because you're removing the reward without giving it a replacement, and your brain doesn't accept that. So instead, give it a better path. Say, "When I wake up, I'll do something better." Read a few pages? Go for a short walk. Stretch your body. Prepare your breakfast in peace. Same trigger. Different action. Better outcome. Same time. Morning. Same cue. Waking up. New behavior. Intentional action. Similar reward leads to clarity, calm, energy. That's the key. You're not breaking the loop. You're rewriting it. Make it easy to stick. If you want the new behavior to last, you have to make it easy to follow. Start small. So small, you can't fail. Make it obvious. Book beside your bed. Shoes ready by the door. And most importantly, make it feel good immediately. Because if the new habit feels hard or unrewarding, your brain will go back to what's familiar every time. So remember this: You don't need to fight your habits. You need to guide them. Don't remove the trigger. Don't suppress the urge. Redirect the action. That's how habits truly change. Not by force, but by replacement and repetition. Before you scroll, ask yourself, what habit has been controlling you? Without you realizing it, drop it in the comments. And if this opened your eyes, share this with someone who needs to see this. Because most people are not choosing their lives. They're repeating them. Follow for more. And I'll see you in the next video with the final part of Atomic Habits.